Alrighty, so when we did the Resin and More June unboxing, or June box unboxing, I received requests to do the sunflower mold, and that's what I'm going to do by starting with brushing our micas in. So I have these micas out. These are chromes. All of these are chrome micas from Island Micas and More, with the exception of this teal or mermaid mica. This is from Counterculture DIY. I am going to start with the orange in the middle, and I'm going to try and not get, and I say this and I get it anyway, but I'm going to try and get the orange mica in between the dots so that when I pour the black resin in, I will get an orange center with black dots. That's what I'm shooting for. Oftentimes the mica just, goes everywhere, and so I'm not going to sweat it. I'm just telling you what the plan is and not necessarily how it's going to go. And then I am going to use some or all of these, we'll see, in the other parts of the petals. And then I will pour black resin in, and I will demold it and hopefully put it on a cup and turn it into a 3D tumbler. So here we go. Just sit back and enjoy. Alrighty, that looks pretty darn good. Okay, I'm gonna go tap this off so the excess powder is not still sitting in the mold. I just do that right over the trash can. And now I'm gonna put this aside until I mix up some resin. I will color it black using black mica powder and a black pigment paste of some sort. I'll show you when I get to that point. We're back. Okay, so I have my brushed with mica mold. And I have this cup. It's a 30-ounce Skinny Straight from Maker Flow. I prepped it by sanding it, washing it, spray painting it with Rust-Oleum 2X in, I believe it's Summer Squash yellow. And then I did the Tack-It method over the top with the glitter that I used for the Tack-It method was Recollections Sunflower Yellow from Michaels. And I applied it using the Tack-It method, which is my preferred method for getting glitter on a tumbler, using Aleene's Tack-It over and over mixed with some water. So I opted to do all that off camera. I have done the Tack-It method on camera many, many times, so I didn't think you really wanted to see it again. If you do, I will link to a video below that shows me doing it in disturbing detail. Anyway, so I put the glitter on with the Tack-It method. I spray sealed it on there. So the glitter's sealed on with 2 layers of Rust-Oleum 2X matte clear. And that's where this cup is. I am not going to put resin on it first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up about 2 ounces of resin. I'm going to color it black. You will see me do this. I will pour it in here. I will let it set up until it's set up but still bendy, still pliable. So I'm going to do that late in the day, and then I'll get up early tomorrow morning and we will demold it and apply it to our cup. I'm going to see how this works. We're going to try it. So the next thing you see will be me mixing and pouring and then bringing you back to actually apply the flour to the cup. So sit back and enjoy the show. We're back. Okay, it's really early in the morning. I have not had my coffee yet. Please excuse the sound of my voice. You can see we're very bendy here. I just need to break the seal all the way around. Very pretty. Very pretty. Like that. All right. Let's get our cup here. This is probably sticky enough, but I'm gonna use glue anywho. Have my E6000. Just whoop, spread it all over the back here. I'm mostly interested in the petals. Okay, that looks good. Good coverage. Now, it does want to pop up a little at the sides where I'm asking it to bend the most, but that's okay. Press that down. Now, take our silicone mat. And wrap it tightly so So I want this to hold it in place all the way around, like that. And then we put on some scrunchies. Okay, it is wrapped up. It's going to sit for at least 24 hours now. Let it harden and cure and adhere to the cup, and we will be back. And we're back. Okay, it's been well over 24 hours since we wrapped this up. So let's take our wrapping off and see where we are. There she is. Let's take a look at the sides. It is good and stuck on all the way around. All right, everything is sealed on. Nothing popped up. That's looking pretty, isn't it? All right, I'm gonna come up with a decal and we'll be right back. Thought about it. I think I've come up with a saying to go on the other side. So that's where we're going to put on now. I was going to put a layer of resin on this first because I'm a little nervous about applying a decal onto the glitter layer of a Tack-It method. I've done 2 of these cups before that you've seen. I actually did 3. You haven't seen one of them yet. In all 3 of those cases, I was putting a decal with some risk onto just the base paint, the spray paint I put on initially. And I had let it dry in each case for more than 48 hours before I got to the decal part, so it seemed unlikely that the tape would pull it off, the transfer tape. But I don't know how it's going to do with glitter. Even though this is sealed on with Rust-Oleum 2X spray, I don't know if the transfer tape may pull up or not. We're taking a chance here. We'll find out together. I cut this saying out of some beautiful new rainbow sparkle vinyl I just received, and I'm really excited to try it. I think it looks really nice here. What I did to make the transfer tape as unsticky as I could, but still be able to use it for transferring, is I took the transfer tape and I patted it on my clothing a couple of times, so it took some of the sticky away. I was able to pick up the vinyl on it. That's okay. So I'm hoping the vinyl will stick to the cup and the transfer tape won't. So here we go. The saying is, just a wildflower in love with the sunshine. I'm about halfway from both edges. I'm going to taco my saying here. Okay, there we go. Work our way out from the center. Now I do want the vinyl to stick. I just don't want the tape to pull up the glitter or to pull up the vinyl for that matter. All sorts of things going on here. All right, well, let's see how this works. Oh, okay. The vinyl is not sticking. This could be a problem. Yeah, this vinyl doesn't want to stick to this. That's another problem. We may have to pull this off, which should be easy because it's not sticking. And then I may have to put a layer of resin on here. I had really hoped that would work. All right, I'm going to put this on the backing paper, put it aside. I'm going to try again. I put gloss spray on here, thinking, what have I got to lose at this point? That didn't really work. It was still very rough. So I actually spread a layer of UV resin, as thin as I could, using a gloved finger, stuck it out in the sun, and it's now nice and smooth. So I'm going to try this again. I don't know at this point if the vinyl has any stick left in it to try and stick to this, but we're going to hope for it. I just need it to stick enough that I can get the transfer tape off. Yay! Woohoo! Hot diggity dog. All right. There we go. I'll burnish the bejeebers out of it. Holy cow. That works, folks. Layer UV resin. Who'd have thunk it? There are probably a number of people out there who will let me know that of course it works. They've done it before. But I've never seen anybody do that. I've never tried it myself. All right, so I'm going to put more UV resin over this to tack it down. And I'm also going to do what I've done on the other tumblers, which is put a bead of UV resin all the way around the edge just to seal everything in. Let it all cure in the sunshine, and then I will bring you back when it's time to put the layer of resin on. Okay, I have UV resined all around the outside of the flower. I have UV resined over the vinyl that's on the other side. So I am ready to put a layer of epoxy resin over the whole thing now. I have this flower up because I'm going to start here with the turner off. I'm going to apply resin here to make sure it covers the whole flower. Then I'll turn the turner on and I'll put the resin everywhere else. I forgot to mention, into the resin that goes on this tumbler, the whole thing, I am going to add Marabou Glitter Alcohol ink, and this shifts from violet to blue to green. Because we don't have a dark background except for a few petals, I don't know how much of that shift you're going to see, but I figured the colors in here, the violet, the blue, and the green, go with pretty much everything.